Hello and welcome back to another one of my weapon demos. This time we're actually going to jump order from what I did last time, and we're going to go into the gunner weapons. So I'm going to start out with the bow. Now the bow, in case you guys didn't know, is the most Blade Master friendly gunner weapon there is. So if you guys are looking to make the jump and try out gunner, I highly suggest you start with bow. For this hunt I'm going to be using the Sedegios bow, which you want to have load up for sure so you can get that second charge. Normal up so you do big damage, focus, and I also use evade +1. One note here is that because it's a power shot bow, a lot of people like to use dash juice, and it just lets you shoot and never have to run out of stamina. Although that is a more effective way of playing, I don't actually like depending on an item like that, so I actually choose not to. So you're going to see my playtimes are going to be a little bit less aggressive. I'm going to have areas where I run out of stamina, and that's going to annoy some people. I just don't like the micromanagement of items. So this was a nice shot right up there. There's nothing better than hitting him when you come back down. So I thought, okay, I would go for an early mount here, because I do like to mount with the bow at least once. It just makes me feel good. So, I don't know, there's something about that animation where you whack him in the face with the arrow. It just feels really good. Now I started out by equipping the close range coatings. Now what this does for just the Sedegios bow, no other one, is it gives them the same power enhancing effect of the power coatings. So I'm going to get in really close here, and I'm just going to whap on his face really hard. And every single one of these are going to count as if they were shot at critical distance, and they get the additional attack bonus of the power coatings. So incredibly powerful tactic, but it's only able to be done using this bow. Zinogre is actually not if you just saw right there, I just whiffed with the whole shot. He's actually not a very good monster for using power bows against, and the reason why is because he flinches so much. So if he flinches and you do a power shot, you generally end up missing with the second shot, which is pretty darn wasteful, especially considering that it's more powerful than the first. Like I just did there again. I only clipped his arm with just a few shots, so it was kind of a waste. So before Zinogre gets himself all zapped up, you can actually use shock traps on him, and it does work. This is a tactic I like to do with the Sedegios bow because I want to make full use of these close range coatings. Again, you'll notice I'm running totally out of stamina here, and that would not happen if I had eaten a dash juice, but whatever. So the point with the bow, and I guess all the gunner weapons, is to really make sure that you take that little bit of effort to aim. For example, I just hit him in the chest, but it would have been better if I just tapped up on my aiming and hit him in the head. The damage difference between hitting them in the head versus hitting them in another body part can be quite substantial. So you'll see some really good bow users literally like run around for 10 seconds and not hit them if they can't get a shot on the head, because they know that it's the shots that count that add up. It's also the reason why a lot of people grab bow and they go into a hunt and they start shooting the monster over and over and over and over and over again, and 20 minutes pass and they're like, why isn't this monster dead? It's, well, you need to be charging right, you need to be hitting the right spot. Still, it's a very approachable weapon, so don't get this idea that you have to start reading almanacs and encyclopedias about these monsters in order to use a gunner weapon properly. You don't. But proper research is encouraged. So this was kind of fun. I was just barely running out of stamina here, but I was able to keep him sort of back. That was a waste. I should have aimed on that shot. Oh well. The bows are really great because the arrows are completely unlimited, so you don't have to worry about buying stock or anything. The only thing you need to be caring about is the power coatings, and you're definitely going to want to be using a bow that has it. So what I do, instead of stocking them and doing that kind of stuff, I just go to the counter and buy, a full stock of power files and whatever file I plan on using. For example, with the Sedegios, I'll buy some close counter coatings. But other than that, that's it. I mean, there's really no maintenance with the bow at all, which makes it really fun to use. Oh, totally missed. Now, if you notice, I was just screwing around, so I didn't even have large barrel pluses, and I only had one bomb anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and try to use it though. And in my last few tries, the EO prey inside here always messes up my bombs, so I was going to try to kill it first so it doesn't get in my way, because it really ticks me off. And if you guys don't know how to use the bow and you don't know about the controls or the power shot, please check out my full tutorial. Hopefully it'll explain everything in a way that makes sense. I got the high ground on him here, so I didn't even need to aim. And there you go. And now that we have a dead corpse, I figured this would be a good time to just quick show you guys again where critical distance is for normal type shot arrows. So I'm going to draw here. Up close is a no-no. You're not going to be doing that much damage. One hop away is still kind of a no-no. But anywhere from 1 to 1.5 to 2.5. So I would say 1.5 to 3 is going to be your sweet spot. If you notice that nice screen shake. So this is right there. It is right there. So you would say it's a mid-distance arrow. This is too far. That's just almost right. That's perfect. A little bit in close is fine, and any closer is too close. So, mid-distance weapon, guys, if you're using normal type. If you're using Pierce, it's going to be a long distance, and if you're using Spread, you're going to be wanting to use it very up close. Again, check out my bow tutorial on more on critical distance, and happy hunting!